Welcome back to program. You're watching Morning Thailand with Tulip and Golf. And last break we left off at the full request by Suthep Thuksuban at the gathering yesterday at Democracy Monument. Along with that, he also announced the resignation from Member of Parliament, also with another 8 Member of Parliament from Democrat parties.
It's just a bold move.
Yes.
I was like,
but
resign,
then,
really?
As soon as I heard about the news, I was just thinking about how about the people that have been campaigning for these 9 Member of Parliament
But they say
while
that
they
their
were
resignation was supposed to join.
Yes,
the people in the street.
They said that's the reason that they resigned, so they can fully join the gathering, the demonstrators, and this is also gonna affect their status, legal status also, because if they are still a member of parliament, they will be protected by law into some extent. They're not going to get arrested. They're going to have, they can use their member of parliament as the bail condition and such. So now they will be treated as another civilians, another citizen.
And that's the thing though. Remember that the PAD, before they actually came out and say that they will stop the whole thing, they said that they requested that the Democrat Party MPs actually join the forces in the street by resigning. And at the time, the Democrat Party MPs did not say anything.
Yes.
But interestingly enough, they decided to do it.
I believe it has been a really long talk and discussion what they want to do. Along with that, actually, Democrats said within this week, they will file a censure, they will start a censure, they will file a censure debate to this government also. So they are working in both states, on the street and also in the parliament. Along with Suthep Thuksuban, another 8 member parliament that also resigned with him is Thawon Sen MP from Songkhla province, Withaya Kaeparadai Nakhonศรีธรรมราช MP, Sathit Wong Nong Tei Trang MP, Isara Somchai party list member of parliament, Jumpon Julasai Chumpon Member of Parliament เอกนัทพร้อมพันธ์พุทธิพงษ์ปุณกันต์ณัฐพลทีพสุวรรณ all Bangkok Member of Parliament, and they said they don't have much time to fight anymore. They want to rush the process to win. That's why they resign from Member of Parliament. They will fight with peaceful means, not using any weapons, and they will hold Ratchadamnern as their fort and will be their main gathering until they receive the victory, which didn't really be clear what victory means. But Suthep Thuksuban did mention that he will not go back into the parliament until they win. So a lot of people kind of interpret it as topple the government, but he didn't say it out like that. He just said until they
win,
receive the victory or until they win. So there's a lot of question floating around social media yesterday what exactly he means.
But that's one other thing that you have to think about is that not everyone holding the same principle in terms of when they march, because a lot of people joining this force to oppose the Amnesty Bill itself.
Right, and it's turned out it's kind of get turned away to be different things like over the course.
Exactly.
Today 11 a.m. Suthep Thuksuban along with these member of parliament, currently they're still member of parliament. Just today at 11 a.m. they will submit their letter to resign from the post at the Parliament House, and they say they will not go back until they win.
Now, of course, moving to the Amnesty Bill, the blanket Amnesty Bill itself, and finally yesterday, the deliberation, there were altogether 91 senators that debated for this bill. I talked about 89.
At first it said 50, and then I heard 60,
more people want
and
to
then I
voice
heard
their views.
80, but if they all agree to oppose it, can't they just sum up to make it shorter?
No, apparently they find a need to talk in the long hours. But finally, it turns out that they already kills the bill. So at this point, I'm not quite sure what's today demonstration would be all about. The thing is, if the blanket amnesty bill is off the table, I guess the next thing that they could talk about is the 190 of the section that involving signing of trade or agreements and such, because that's already passed.
Right.
But the ICJ ruling just came out.
But a lot of people kind of just over the weekend for government party have come out and said that they are all agree and sign agreement in paper that they will not reaffirm this amnesty bill after 180 days pass, which is if they do so and it passed the lower house again, the prime minister can just send it directly to get the royal endorsement. And I think that's what people kind of dredging to, and a lot of
have
people
to wait for that.
Yes, 180 days, because I believe a lot of people don't really
gather for that long, because
that's 6 months. And
Yeah.
the thing is, I believe a lot of people don't really trust.
The four parties
The
that
four
already
parties
show
that
their-
already show their somewhat
intentions,
sincerity. And yesterday there actually was a news that the government whip chairman and also the deputy house speaker was try to consult the law team whether they can pull this bill off the table during the 100. Is there anything they can do to obviously officially kill it during the 180 days? So after a couple hours, they come out and say there's nothing they can do about it.
Well, at this point, the thing is, we probably will have to wait and see. But apparently, yesterday, it seems like we, in the parliament itself, we like to yell and making our points. And yesterday, 2 of the senators were actually thrown out of the parliament due to the fact that there has been quite a bit of these skirmishes. Let me see here, Kun Vichan, trying to find his last name here. They say that yesterday, the point was, during the time of deliberation, Kun Vichan Srichai Ekawat has talked about going back to and saying that I guess they were deliberating and talking about other stuff, but he said that let's talk more into this, let's drag it in. But Kun Kamnoon Sithi Saman saying that, asking Kun Vichan to take back the word dragging on.
Okay.
Yeah, because it seems like they are opposing about wording a lot.
Okay.
And then afterward, remember the groups, 40 senators group, actually yelled out and say that if it's democracy, you have to be kind of open-minded, and there's already 10 hours past of deliberation, blah blah blah. So there's quite a bit of skirmishing going around. So finally, the two has been requested to leave the parliament itself to quiet down the whole deliberation. Now, they say that it took a very, very long time. Is ended at the wee hours early in the morning before they were able to come up with this particular decision that, all right, we're going to kill the bills. Despite the fact that, well, we kind of know, because...
Yeah, they came out over the weekend that they agreed that they're just
look
going
at the
to
demonstration
vote no for
down
it.
at the street. That's not one of the things that you want to go against. So you're not going to be very popular if you actually vote for this bill.
Throwing out senators, not something we see often in Thailand. I mean, throwing out the member of parliament is what we see quite often. Requesting.
The leaving, departing of the senators.
Okay, we're going to take a short break, and when we'll come back, we have some bits of news about what's going on this coming weekend due to the Loi Krathong Festival in Thailand and also the Elephant Festival.
Right.
Stay tuned.